All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Strength and Balance this morning. We are going to start up, we'll warm up on our feet, then move down to the floor, do a little bit of some rotation work, a little bit of core work on the floor. Then we're going to come back up, do some sit to stand, some work up on the standing, and then we'll come back down to the floor. So up, down, up, down. If you need something to help you get down and up, please make sure you have something nearby. We will, like I said, use a chair. So if you want to use a chair to help you stand up, that works too. So make sure you grab some water, listen to your body. Remember, always go at your own pace. My guided repetitions are just guidelines. So listen to your body. The key is perfect form, remember, and yeah, let's get into it. Let me turn the music on and we'll warm up. Great. We're just gonna start by rolling those arms back like we normally do. Big circles. Think about getting that full range of motion. Let's do one more each side. Then right away, we'll take those arms and reach across the body. So we'll pivot on that back toe, turn through the hips, shoulders square. Make sure we don't hinge forward. We want to still stand up nice and tall, just reach across. Let's do one more each side. Then add that step touch. So we're stepping, tapping, step, and tap. Hips stay square. Keep your feet parallel. And we're just stepping out to the side and tapping that foot in. When you have that lower part of the body, we're going to swing the arms forward. So swing forward as we step. One more each side. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And relax those shoulders down. Here we're going to roll the shoulders up, around, down, and back. Forward, up, around, and back. Try to get as much range of motion as possible. Let's do one more. Then keep those shoulders down and back. When those shoulders are down and back, think about squeezing those big long muscles down the side of your back. Squeeze the lats. Then from here, we're going to reach those arms overhead. When we reach overhead, we are shifting our weight. One more each side. And release. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Stop your arms at shoulder height. Then small circles in one direction. And the opposite direction. And release. We are going to go right into your swimmer. So a soft bend in the knee. We are going to swing one arm forward, one arm back. pressing through the heels as we have that soft bend in the knee. Little bounce. One more each side. Then we're going to go back to those arm circles. This time we will stay on that left. So we'll do 8 big arm circles on the left. Try to really get some rotation in here. We can shift our weight. We are balancing here on that right leg. I think this one's 8, then the opposite side. That's what happens when I get talking. My numbers become ishes. Close enough. And we are going to bring those arms out to the side. So palms face forward, arms are out. We want to bring your hands a little bit farther behind the body. So open the chest. Make sure you're not shrugging though. We want to relax the shoulders down as we pull those arms back. Then bring them forward and give yourself a hug. One arm comes on top. So right now that left arm's on top. Then open. And then bring the opposite arm on top. Open. Last time. And heels to the front. Here we're just going to dig those heels to the front. Soft bend in the knee. And you can either stay here or we will change it to kicks. So bring that knee up first and then kick out with the bottom of that foot, or you can just press the heel down, whatever you feel more comfortable with. If you're feeling really brave, you can lift that kick up a little higher. You do not have to kick high. We don't need to be can-can dancers. What are those, Rockettes? Think press out through your heel, and we are activating the back of the leg. We are activating that hamstring. Let's do one more each side. Then we'll stabilize on that right leg, heel and toe on the left. Left heel forward, left toes back. Heel to the front, toes to the back. And release, opposite side, heel and toe on the right, a soft bend in that left knee, heel and toe. And release. 10 calf raises, come up on those toes and back down. And you can release on down. Let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Relax the shoulders down. Take your head, and we are with the shoulders down and back. We are just going to turn that head, look to the right. Feel the stretch in the neck, and then to the left. One more each side. Then release and come on down to the floor. So we'll be down on the floor for a little bit. If you'd like some water, please grab a sip of water before you come down. We're gonna come down on our backs, please. So when you're ready, come on down on your back. We'll start off with some pelvic tilts. On your back, feet are about hip width distance apart. Abdomen is tight. You can put your hands on the lower part of your stomach here, and we are going to press that low back down to the floor. So you're not going to be able to get a hand in between that low back and the floor. Your pubic bone comes up towards your heart. You can feel it. Having your hand here really helps you activate the abdomen here. Then we'll release. We'll do it again. Press down and release. We're gonna go for 10 pelvic tilts. Keep going. Really try to squeeze as you press that low back down. I'm on number 5. Make sure you pause. And 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. You can release, keeping that abdomen still tight. Let's bring your arms out at shoulder height. Shoulders are down, and you can drop your knees over to the right. When the knees are to the right, the head turns to the left. And then slowly bring the knees to the left, head goes to the right. Take your time, but think of it as a fluid movement. Whereas at the end of class, we hold. Here we have that fluid movement. If you need to pause for a little extra time here, that's okay. We just want to keep moving through the stretch. We want to loosen up through that back. You might feel it a little bit down the hip, a little bit down the IT bands, depending on where you're tight. We're going to come back to center. Then open your feet up a little bit wider, and we'll do the same thing. I don't know where this one came from. Arms out at shoulder height. The feet are wider, and we'll drop the knees over to the right, head to the left, and then knees to the left, head to the right. See if you can get a little deeper in this stretch, but make sure you relax the shoulders down. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Bonus points if you have animals crawling all over you. One more each side. And then back to center. And you can extend both legs long. Hold your pelvic tilt. Abdomen is tight. I'd like you to flex that right foot and lift that right leg up as high as you feel comfortable with a straight leg, and then point the toes and come back down. We will do 10 per side. That is 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Same thing on the opposite side. Make sure you hold that pelvic tilt, keep that core tight, flex your left foot, then point as you come down. That is 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that is 10. You can release and pull both knees in towards your chest. Rock your knees side to side. And now we will go right into your bridge. So return your feet down to the mat. Feet about hip width distance apart. Pelvic tilt, press that low back down to the mat. Pubic bone comes up towards your heart. Hold that pelvic tilt as you lift the hips up nice and high. We are going to squeeze the butt and pause at the top and then slowly lower down. That is 1. We are going for 15. That's 2. Make sure you keep that strong pelvic tilt the whole way up and the whole way back down. 3. 4. 5. Make sure that you are pressing through both heels evenly, squeezing the glutes, abdomen is tight. That's 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 5 more. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one, squeeze. And that's 15. You can release. Arms will come out to the side and we'll windshield wipe your knees again. So drop the knees down to the right and then to the left. And release. We'll go right into your dying bug. We are going for 10 per side. So we'll lift the feet up off the floor. Knees are in line with hips. So make sure the knees aren't too far over your stomach. We want the knees in line with hips. Flex the feet. Pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight. This time through, which means we're going more than once, arms will stay stationary. Fingertips up towards the ceiling. Again, make sure the hands aren't over your head. We want them in line, the wrist in line with the shoulders, straight up and down to the ceiling. Pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight. Alternate tapping your heels down to the floor. So we'll start with that right heel down, moving from the hip and up then the left. That's 1. We're going for 10 per side. 2. 3. 4. 5. Keep your core tight. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one right. Last one left. You can release. Pull both knees in towards your chest. Hug them in. Rock side to side. We will go through those 2 exercises one more time. So bridge and that dying bug. This time with the bridge, we are going to open up your feet wider than your hips. Pelvic tilt. When you lift up, you want to make sure that you squeeze the butt at the top. Pelvic tilt. We are going for 15 again. So let's lift up and squeeze. Make sure you don't let the knees fall in. We want a little external rotation so we really activate the glutes. And back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 5 more. This is 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one. And you can release. Keep your feet here, arms out at shoulder height. Again, we'll get into that twisting, rotating through the midsection, dropping the knees from right to left. And let's come back to center, back to that dying bug. Last time here, then we'll flip over to our stomachs. So here, that dying bug, same thing. If that was difficult for you, stay there. If you would like a little bit more of a challenge, we are going to add the arms this time. So flex the feet, abdomen is tight, knees in line with hips, shoulders down, wrist in line with shoulder. And when you drop that right heel down to the floor, that left arm comes behind and up, then the opposite side. That's 1. 2, make sure you maintain a nice strong pelvic tilt. 3. 4. 5. 6. We're more than halfway. 7. 8. 11, 12, 13. Oh, we're done. We're done. I forgot. I kept going. I was going to 15. If you went to 13 with me, bonus points. When you're ready, we're going to roll on over to your stomach. Bonus points. Lots of bonus points today. So I'm going to grab my timer, roll on over to your stomach. And we're just going to hold here in that child's pose. Reach your arms out in front of you, hips over heels. Then from here, we're going to come up to that tabletop position. Again, that wrist is in line with shoulder, knees in line with hips. And then rather than placing the tops of your feet on the ground, I'd like you to tuck your toes here. Then from here, we're going to just stretch out that back a little more. So tuck your chin, tuck the tail, and then lift the chin and lift the tail. A few cat-cows here. Try to get some flexion in the spine. Amsak knows what's coming next. He's trying to hide the timer on you. And you can release. We are going to come right on down into that 30-second plank. So we'll start off with that low plank. So forearms are parallel. Elbow is in line with shoulder. Make sure that forearms are parallel. We don't need to hold hands. Keep them parallel and strong. And from here, we are going to step back. So forearms are parallel. We'll step one leg back and then the other to help maintain a nice flat back. 30 seconds, let's begin. So forearms are parallel. Make sure the booty is not up. We want that hips down, shoulders down. Tuck the tail, pelvic tilt, breathe. Five seconds. And release. You can drop those knees down and push on back into your child's pose. Then we're going to come back up into that tabletop position, hands and knees. We'll go into your static hold bird dog. So that static hold bird dog, again, same position like we did with that cat-cow. Wrist is in line with shoulder, knees in line with hips, and then tuck the toes. From here, we'll start with the left arm today. Left arm is forward, palm face in, so the thumbs up towards the ceiling and the pinkies down towards the floor. Then from here, we're going to extend that left leg long, and let's hold. Right leg long, left arm, right leg. So the right foot is flexed. You're pressing out through the heel. That helps you maintain a nice straight leg. So make sure we're not squeezing the butt. We want it out like we're pressing that foot flat on the wall behind you. And then that left arm is forward. Hips and shoulders are square. Pull the belly button up towards your spine, and you can release. From here, we are going to go right on over to the opposite side. Right arm forward, left leg back, and begin. So opposite arm, opposite leg. The right hand, the right palm is face in, thumb is up towards the ceiling, pinky is pointed down towards the floor. Your left foot is flexed, straight leg. Try to press that flat foot on the wall behind you, so we don't want to bring it up. Nice flat back. And release. You can push on back into your child's pose. Relax here. And we will go through that one more time. So back to that low plank. Low plank, 30 seconds. Perfect that form this time. We know what we're doing. Abdomen is tight, up and hold. 30 seconds of that low plank. Again, try to perfect that form. Forearms are parallel. Elbow is in line with shoulder. Hips and shoulders are square. Belly button to spine. Make sure we hold that pelvic tilt. Pubic bone comes up towards your heart. Tailbone is pressed out through the heel to the heels. And you can release. Push on back into child's pose. And we are going to go back into those bird dogs one more time. This time you can either do the static hold, or if you choose to go into that dynamic bird dog, you can follow along. Either way, we're still sticking to 30 seconds per side. So let's stay with that left arm forward, right leg back. And when you're ready, either that static hold or dynamic. So hold first. Then when you have that perfect form, then you can bring that elbow back and knee forward and then extend long. Focus on that full range of motion. Because we are timing today, you don't have to worry about counting how many repetitions we get in. Just focus on balance, focus on that perfect form, full extensions. This will be your last one, and release. We are going to go right into the opposite side. So right arm forward, left leg back. Let's hold. Then when you have that form and you're ready to start moving, that's when you can move the elbow and knee in and then extend long. Make sure we focus on that full extension, so both the arm and the leg are at full extension. Then we pull it in and then extend long. Make sure we don't jip ourselves by shortening the movement. That's your last one, and you can release. Push on back into child's pose. And when you are ready, we are going to make our way back up to standing. Come back on up to your feet. You can grab some water. I'm going to grab my chair. We don't need it yet, so don't sit down yet, but we will use it here in a second. So when we are up and ready, we're going to start off with some good mornings. So remember, those good mornings, our hands will be up. Make sure we're not pulling the elbows in. The chest should be open. Elbows point out to the side. From here, we are going to have a soft bend in the knee, hips away, push the butt back. And you should feel this down the hamstrings. The back is nice and flat. And then push the hips forward, squeeze the butt. That's one. We'll go for 10. 2. 3. 4. Make sure you keep a nice straight neck. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. That's 10. Now we are going to sit on down on our chair. When we sit down, we're not leaning back on the rest, relaxing our feet, crisscrossing our legs. I'd like you to sit at the edge of your chair. Sit up tall. Use that abdomen to help with posture. Your feet will be flat on the floor. Abdomen is tight. We are going to keep your arms up, and I'd like you to march your knees. So we are going to lift the right leg up, then the left. So march the knees. This is 2 and 2, 3, 3, 4, and 4. We're only going to 5, 5, and 5. We are only going to 5 because we are going to start rotating. So arms are going to be up. Abdomen is tight. As we lift that right leg up, we are going to twist towards the right, keeping your core nice and tight, and pay attention to really focusing on stabilizing that midsection. Pay attention to how far you can twist. Don't pay attention to my range of motion. Go for your range of motion. Elbows up, and we'll rotate. That's 1. That's 2. Three. That's 4. And we're only going to 5. That is 5. Now we're going to go right into your 10 sit to stands. Again, we're still sitting on the edge of that chair or bench, feet about hip width distance apart. You can open up if you need to get a little bit lower. Chest is up, and you can hold your hands here if you want to hold them up. I don't care. I like to not keep them on my waist because people tend to bow. I'd like you to keep your head up, shoulders down and back. Stand up and back down. That's 1. That's 2. 3. Did I say we're going for 10? Maybe. 4. Hopefully I'll remember to stop counting at 10. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. We are going to do all of that one more time through. So we'll start with your good mornings. Stand on up. Hopefully you're a little bit more loose this time through. We can keep a straighter spine, soft bend in the knee, abdomen is tight, hips away, push the booty back, straight back, down, hips forward. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That is 10. We're going to come on down to the seat. We will rotate. So twisting. We will only do 5 per side. Hands up, and we'll rotate. That's 1. 2. Make sure we don't drop the elbows. Keep them up. That's 3. 4. And that's 5. Now we're going to get right into 10 sit to stands. Chest up. This is your last set of these. Up and down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, one more. That's 10. We're going to stand up. We are going to come next to your chair, or if you prefer to use a pole or wall or something to help you balance. We are going to balance here on that right leg. Soft, natural bend in the right knee. And we are going to swing your left leg forward and back for 10, please. So forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we are going to bring that same leg out to the side. So we'll stabilize on that right leg. Flex your left foot. And now when we come out, make sure the toes don't turn. We want to press out through the heel. So again, we work that glute, the hip, abdomen is tight, out and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So come to the opposite side of the chair or the wall. We'll stabilize on your left foot. Soft, natural bend. Forward and back swings with the right. Forward and back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. Now we are going to bring that right foot out to the right. So again, we're pressing through the heel, flexing the foot, up and down. That's 1. Just make sure the toes don't turn up towards the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 10. We are going to go into 10 calf raises. So 10 more calf raises like we did at the beginning. Soft bend in the knee. Roll up on the toes, shoulders down and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and that is 10. We are going to move the chair out of the way. We are finished with the chair. We are going to go right into your butt kicks. So shift your weight, kick your butt, then shift your weight and kick the other heel to your butt. Making sure we're just shifting the weight here. When we have this, we can drive the elbows back as we kick your butt. So elbows back, kick the butt, elbows back, kick the butt. Let's do one more each side. Then we'll bring those hands to the front. Alternate bringing those knees up. So we'll bring the right knee up and down, then the left up and down, keeping your core nice and tight. More each side, and you can release. Take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. And this time we will keep our arms at shoulder height. Turn your hands so the palms are up towards the ceiling. Look up, push the thumbs back, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. And now bring that left arm long, drop the shoulder, bring that left arm across the body, take the right hand underneath and pull that left arm in. So you should feel it right in the shoulder, the medial delt. I'm sorry, the rear delt. Back. Release, other side. And release. Roll the shoulders back. And from here, we are going to come on down into your child's pose. So come on down on the ground. If you'd like some water, we're going to stay down on the ground. Water if you need. Push your hips away and walk those hands out far forward. We want to keep your butt as close to your heels as possible and extend those fingers, those arms as far forward as possible. So we don't want to hinge up. We want to keep your butt down as you walk those hands forward. Now your head should be between the arms, ears by your biceps. And from here, walk your hands over to your left. Keep your head between the arms and ears between both biceps. And now walk your hands over to your right. Back to center. And come back up to that tabletop position. Tuck the toes and we'll get back to that cat-cow. But pay a little more attention to your range of motion this time. Try to get a little deeper in the stretch. Pause a little longer in each position. Keep going. One more in each direction. And now come on down flat on your stomach. On your stomach, we will bring those elbows back next to your chest. Hips stay down, chest comes up into that cobra. We want to lift up as high as we can with the chest, keeping the hips down. If you need more range of motion, you can come up on the hands instead, up to that up dog, as long as you can relax the shoulders down and keep the hips down on the floor. I'm gonna have you release on down. Head comes down on that right hand and reach for your left ankle. Pull that left heel back towards your butt for your quadricep stretch. If you need to, you can roll over to the side for that quad stretch. If you can grab it easily on the side, if you can roll forward so you get a little bit better of a stretch here. That's good. And release. Same thing on the opposite side. So heads down on the left hand, take that right ankle, pull that right heel back towards your butt. And release. Take your time, flip over to your back. On your back, I'd like you to bend both knees. Both feet are flat on the floor. Abdomen is tight. Settle in here. And when you're ready, you can take that right ankle, place it on top of left knee. Again, settle in here. Let that hip open up. And when you are ready, reach behind your left knee and pull that left knee in towards your chest. Release, uncross, then take that left ankle, place it on top of right knee. Let that left knee fall open. And when you're ready, reach behind the right knee and pull the right knee in towards your chest. And release. Both feet come down to the floor, knees are bent, arms come out at shoulder height. Drop your knees over to the right, head turns to the left, and hold here. Then bring your knees over to the left, head to the right, and hold here. Back to center. Extend both legs long, both arms long over your head. Reach in opposite directions. Get as long and tall as you can go. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Then hamstring stretch on the right. Extend that right foot up towards the ceiling. Pull that straight leg towards your chest for that hamstring stretch. extend that right leg long. Same thing on the left. Pull the left knee in first. Then when you're ready, extend that foot up towards the ceiling for your hamstring stretch on the left side. Release. Bend both knees and you can sit on up. Extend both legs long, flex the feet. You can either hold your hands here, walk your hands forward, or reach towards your toes. Stretching more of that hamstring. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll on up. Sit however you are comfortable. If you prefer to stand, this is where you can come up to your feet. Just roll the shoulders back a few times. And keep those shoulders down and back. Drop your right ear over to the right shoulder. Elongate the neck here. Make sure that left shoulder is down. Then roll your chin down to your chest. Roll that chin over to the other side. Then left ear, left shoulder. Roll your chin down to your chest. And back up to center. Roll the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Good job today, everybody. I will see you on Thursday. Let me get in here.